So now I'm going to talk about acids. When we say acids, we mean exfoliation acids. This is otherwise known as enzymatic exfoliation or chemical exfoliation. We like to use the term enzymatic as that kind of differentiates between what you would get in store to what you would have in a clinic. It can be quite a daunting category because there are a lot of options, but actually when you understand it, it's really easy to know what's right for you and what you should use. The category comes with two aspects, AHAs and BHAs. This stands for alpha hydroxy acids and beta hydroxy acids. Alpha hydroxy acids dissolve the bonds that hold those dead skin cells on the surface. Within AHA, you have two most commonly used acids. That is lactic acid and glycolic acid. And they're actually at opposite ends of the scale in one way, and that is their molecular size. This will have an effect on what they'll do on your skin. So let's look at glycolic first. Glycolic is a really small molecule, and this means it's wonderful for refining and retexturizing the skin. Because it gets in there and really refines the skin, it's also very good for helping to fade hyperpigmentation. On the other side of things, lactic acid is a much bigger molecule, so it's still doing the same thing. It's still dissolving the bonds that are holding those dead skin cells on, but it's doing it right on the surface. So this is great if you're new to acids, if you are someone who's found other acids a bit too sensitizing, or if you've got a very, very fine skin. The other benefit of lactic is that it actually is a humectant. Now, a humectant is an ingredient that actually binds to water. So what this means is while you use lactic, it's also binding to water and keeping your skin hydrated. So it makes it a really good choice for dry, fine skins. And that brings us to our BHA. This is a beta hydroxy acid. The only one that we really use within this category is salicylic. Salicylic was made for any kind of congestion, blemish problem in the skin and is a great just all-rounder for keeping the pores clear. BHAs do the exact same thing as AHAs. The difference is where they do it. Salicylic is oil soluble. Where do we collect oil in our skin? In our pores. So this means that salicylic is able to travel down through the oil into the pore. We want to get rid of those dead skin cells in the pore, exactly like we do on the surface, but in this case, because we want to stop any debris building up in the pore that might possibly cause a plug, congestion, blemish, etc. Salicylic is actually also antibacterial and anti-inflammatory, so it's really a great enzyme for these kind of issues. It's all about thinking about what your skin needs, what you've used before, and the biggest thing of all is taking your time, acclimatizing. Use them gradually. Start off using them only once or twice a week, build up when you see that your skin's okay, pull back if you start to see any sign that your skin's unhappy. So there's lots of different ways you can use enzymes and acids. One of the interesting ways that's come out in recent time is having a two-step process by which the second process neutralizes the acids, and that means that you're not leaving them on too long. This was started by Dr. Dennis Gross, and he's actually brought out a new, exciting at-home version of his peel. It's a two-step process, as I mentioned. The first step is really going to use those enzymes to exfoliate, but because of the second step, which is neutralizing, he's been able to put those enzymes in even higher levels. You're leaving them on for a specific time, 2 minutes, and then you're taking them off. They also have lots of other things in them, green tea and other antioxidants and various ingredients to soothe the skin. So it's a really good combination for that at-home peel experience. You can then just get a serum that you might want to just leave on at night. We've got Drunk Elephant's TLC Glycolic Framboise. It has a combination of several acids. So the TLC stands for tartaric, lactic, and citric. These all have very slightly different attributes, moisturizing, good for hyperpigmentation. And then the product has glycolic with several other ingredients to boost the skin's resilience and to help the skin barrier function, that surface of the skin that you want to always maintain. We have the Sunday Riley Good Genes Glycolic, made up of a good percentage of glycolic, and it's really about addressing texture and refining. It also has ingredients that help even out the skin tone and brighten. So this is a really good one if you've got dull skin that may be prone to hyperpigmentation or you want to retexturize. So lastly, I'm going to talk about Kate Somerville's Eradicate blemish treatment. So this is a really interesting product. As you can see, it kind of looks biphase, but actually what we've got is just an alcohol on the top to keep it from drying out. So this product should never be shaken. The bottom contains our fabulous salicylic acid, which we know is great for anything blemish related, anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, and also helping clear the pore. And as well as that, we've got sulfur. Sulfur is brilliant for helping to dry out that blemish and speed up the healing process. Just open the bottle, pop in your cotton bud, and dab on a blemish as soon as you see it coming.